Tom's buddy drives out of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's just his brother.
Hi, Ramona. I'm Andre, your dad. A couple years ago, I took a break from being a high school teacher to study film. When I finished, I knew what my first project would be. What I didn't know was that you would be coming into my life. I used to run around Green Lake and wonder what it would be like to be a dad. I also thought a lot about my dad, your grandpa. What can you say about a life in a few minutes, hours, days? He was a firefighter. He loved it. He loved me. He loved your grandmother. He loved life. He was in the best of health, and then, in 30 agonizing days, he was gone. Mesothelioma. We don't know for sure where or when he was exposed. He'd said he could have died many times, in the Vietnam War, in his rough and tumble youth, on the job. He told me that when it was his time, he would accept it. He also gave me a task when that time came. And it did, on September 30th, 2014. Your grandpa lived in the moment. He could be a real clown. He could also be shy. I want you to know who he was to me and his family. He would have loved more than anything to have met you.
Look at that.
Is that beautiful? It's heaven!
I think we've done this before. Oh! She was just about to drop it.
Oh, that fits perfect. Yes, you need to.
Oh yeah, it's a turkey.
Get ready for this.
It's a turkey thing. That's a fine looking bird.
A couple months after he died, we learned that your mom was pregnant. In a moment, our lives were forever changed. We were lucky to have good friends close by.
Who is it? Hey guys! Hi!
Hello.
Molly. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
My name is Paul Zittarelli. You're one of my greatest and longest friends. We started out kind of as the significant others of two women who were friends, but I think we've kind of forged our own friendship that is outside of that.
My name is Kelly Larson. I am your sister from another mister. Dear friend, for a long time.
My reaction when I heard that Clay had died, honestly, by that point was as much relief as anything else. And it simultaneously felt really fast, but also painfully slow towards the end. And so for me, it was this mix of sadness and disbelief, but with definitely some sense of relief that that the ordeal that you all had to go through was over.
Still hard to believe. I know he was suffering, so that was a good thing, but it's just crazy. He's too young. It's really sad. He was a wonderful man, and the world was better when he was in it. So.
He's just happy as a lark with the simplest things. And I always remember your dad he literally had a twinkle in his eye. I mean, like his face just lit up when he would see anybody that he liked. You just knew he was one of those people that when he liked you, you knew it. There was no hiding that. And I think he actually liked a lot of people. He was just a very open, warm, loving person, and it always showed.
I love the way that he hugged people. I love the way he hugged me. It was always like this all-encompassing big hug.
I didn't want you to make this trip to Newfoundland alone. It seemed like the kind of thing where it would be nice and helpful and meaningful to have somebody close to you along.
Oh, she knows, yeah.
That is beautiful. Oh, look at that.
So we agreed that you don't want to talk about Pabat.
Maybe if come out without thinking that I'm talking about him.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you know what I mean? Because everything I talk about him made me cry, so.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Maybe in the conversation come, I always say something that don't gonna make me cry, but I don't really wanna.
I know, it's still too painful.
Yes, it is.
Your first reaction when we told you that Katie was pregnant?
My first reaction was sadness, because your dad. Yeah. If he was here, it would be different. I talk about him all the time. I think about him. If I'm awake, that's all what I think about it. A lot of people told me that I will see you, dad, and her somehow. Nobody gonna replace him, but maybe be a good thing to see him and her. But maybe it's something about him that she has. And could be good, but maybe be sad too. That he is not here to see that part of him. Years ago, everything was fine. I mean, I know it's really nice time for you this time now, waiting for your new baby and planning and for me too. But it's sad too.
Oh yeah, did you see otters? But you saw starfish, right? And you touched starfish.
What are you expecting?
Girl.
Little girl?
Yeah, we wanted to know as soon as possible.
Yeah.
We didn't want too many surprises.
No.
So which of my aunts live here?
Okay.
You know, Eileen.
The oldest is Penny.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Priscilla, but we call her Penny. Penny, Joan, Patsy, and Irina, and of course Eileen, and Ruth. Ruth, yeah, Ruth. Just six girls.
How long has Don been here?
No, Don just moved. He just came here to work.
Oh,
Season,
right.
More of the season to get his stamps they call and then go back home to John Pogge.
Yeah. We had hope, and then then we just eventually we just had kind of no hope. It was really up and down in the first couple weeks, where it's like, okay, there's some internal bleeding. We knew because he was on blood thinner that.
Yeah, that's probably why.
That was probably why, and you know, it's like, okay, we're gonna get the bleeding fixed, but then they were kind of digging. It's like, oh, I think there's, and even the first day of the surgery, you know, the doctor said, it's like, I think that there's something really seriously wrong, but we just kind of maintaining hope, and then when cancer came up, it's like, okay, how can we kind of treat this and give him more time? But he never wanted more time. You know, here was a guy who always sort of told me and taught me, you know, don't give up. My mom was really like, come on, you gotta try. You just gotta try. I mean, I had never had to deal with anything like this. I remember one of the last nights that he was in the hospital, he was really, he started getting really agitated. And I heard some commotion in the hospital room. And so I kind of ran, I kind of walked back over and said, what's going on? And he was trying to turn himself over in the bed so he could suffocate himself. He just kept saying, it's like, just kill me. Just kill me. And then when he kind of turned it back over, that's, you know, then he was looking at me and telling me, kill me, just kill me. It's like, what was I gonna say?
I know.
Were there any of the folks when your dad died that he was in? No, none of those folks were.
No, I mean this was 68.
Yeah.
And he wasn't there for that long. He was only in the country for 3 months.
When he got drafted, yeah.
When he got, and 3 months. Basically, he was 3 months in country. He got shot and he was gone.
Yep.
And his platoon was ambushed, and it was only he and some other guy who survived.
Yeah, and he told me all that story. Oh.
You know, so he didn't really have too many people that he knew. What I want to know from my dad's brothers and sisters are some of the stories, and I guess what because I obviously
stories.
I have my own stories about my dad, and I have my own relationship with my dad. But my dad existed way before I did.
I had a focus but not.
But we don't have to be that tight together. You know what I mean? Like,
Look at the baby.
yeah.
Look at the baby on there.
You gotta widen it. Nobody come around, please! Move out of the way, guys. You're taking pictures. Move out of the way. Nobody around, nobody behind. Come on, mosquitoes! Stand right here.
Change it that much, but I did, and they cut it down.
Say 5 meter dress.
Oh, I
never said something.
Well, folks, I don't know what to say. We'll wait for Eileen.
The camera on her.
She's a natural. Yeah, well, you put the camera in her,
She'll take it.
Warm, I guess I is.
We did.
No, it's been 8 years.
Yeah, back in LA. Remember in the mountains, eh?
How old are you now?
37.
I drink pretty much once a year. It's on a camping trip. Last year I chose the last night to drink on. Not a good idea.
Man, that's a good big room.
One penny.